this week's been kind of rough, and I thought you deserve to know exactly what has been going on behind the scenes here on the Fanco Wrestling channel. So this past week, I didn't release any new videos. Unfortunately, Monday is when I typically release wrestling headlines, and after a crazy conference weekend, I really wanted to do that for you, but I wasn't able to. On Big Ten Tuesday, it was right before the Big Ten Championships, and I was so pumped to get some topics out. And the Fanco Wrestling Show, which is typically live on Wednesday, I wasn't able to do that either. And because of that, I thought that you deserve to know why. So I actually put out this statement on the Fanco Wrestling channel. I said, due to unforeseen circumstances, there will not be a wrestling headlines or anything else this week. I'm working to get some videos out by the end of the week. Because of this, I plan to do a full conference recap at the beginning of next week, which I do still plan to do that. And luckily, the outpouring of support was just unbelievable from the Fanco Wrestling community. And to me, I'm just extremely grateful to have these wrestling fans, you wrestling fans, just continue to support the channel, because the truth is, it was a very rough week. So last Friday, so what exactly happened? Last Friday, I was getting ready to go to the SoCon Championships over the weekend, which SoCon Championships were such a fun time. Campbell Wrestling won their third title in a tight race against App State and Chattanooga. But unfortunately, as I was getting ready for the weekend and getting everything ready for and prep for the wrestling headlines on Monday, just to be ready, right? My computer was having some issues. And so I was like, what is happening here? I restarted the computer, and then it just would not reboot. Nothing would happen. I actually ended up calling my brother who built my computer and was like, what's going on here? I really need your help. And he walked me through some things, went through everything that was going on. Long story short, he ended up kind of diagnosing the problem for me and found out that my SSD card, which, listen, I don't even know exactly what that is, but essentially, I guess that's where all my backups and everything stored for my computer, was corrupted. Meaning that I almost lost everything. Everything. Thanks to this little piece in the computer right here. Sabrent, which I've had this SSD card for less than a year, and it was corrupted, which everybody I talked to was like, how did that happen? Like, less than a year? That's absurd. So I don't trust this company, Sabrent, anymore. Absolutely not. Just completely almost took everything from me. But the workflow on the Fanco Wrestling channel, I have everything set up on my desktop, ready to go. And it's not just, clicking record, pressing a button with a couple of pictures. Like, it takes... Maybe you don't know this, but it takes sometimes a couple hours or days worth into putting a video together with the editing and the workflow and everything else on my desktop. But all my files were almost deleted. Every single template, everything I had, I almost lost. I mean, I was nearly devastated by this experience. So upsetting. But after coming back from conference championships and knowing that now Monday I wasn't able to do a wrestling headlines because my computer was corrupted on Friday, I went to SoCon's what left on Saturday, so I didn't have any time to get the computer together. So that's why I had to call all the videos off, and I basically worked my butt off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to get everything back up and running with the help of my brother and everything back to where it is. So here is where I am. And the truth is, I mean, there were some thoughts in the back of my mind that kind of crept up, like, is this the end of Fanco Wrestling? Maybe this is where I just need to stop making videos. It's taking a toll on a lot of things. I love doing it, but it's very difficult and time consuming. And maybe this is where it is. And I thought about that for a second, and with the support that I have behind me, they were like, Josiah, you're better than that. Get up. If you lose a wrestling match, what are you going to do? You're just going to quit? No. You're going to find a way to get things back to normal. And thanks to my external hard drive, I was able to get things slightly back to normal. I lost a couple of things, but guess what? Fanco Wrestling is back. Conference championships, everything else going on with the postseason. Cannot wait for the NCAA championships because there's still a lot to go on here on the Fanco Wrestling channel, and I cannot do it without the support of my channel supporters. That's the biggest takeaway that I had from here is this was a costly experience, not only in time, but with money. And without the support from my channel supporters right here on YouTube, but also on my Patreon page, I may not even be able to recover from an experience like this. So if you're interested in helping and supporting the Fanco Wrestling channel, so if I do go through something else like this, I can at least get back up and running, you can support me right here on Patreon, or you can click the join button right here on YouTube. Thank you, as always, more than ever, for your support.